It's October of 2025, and you may be thinking it's time to get rid of some stuff. I know, a crazy thought. Or maybe you're thinking I need to buy something specific for my pedalboard or for my home studio, and you also want to find the best price. Now, most people I know would either jump onto places like eBay or Craigslist in the US, or even Facebook Marketplace. Don't get me started. But the problem with those places is they sell everything. From cars to trampolines to kids' toys to computers to everything. And it's not really geared for musicians or music equipment. That's where Reverb comes in, because as well as Reverb.com, they're now Reverb.com/UK. And today I want to take you through Reverb if you're not familiar with it, what it looks like to buy something, but also what it looks like to sell something, because there's a couple of clever tricks to help you get the most out of your sale. Now, before we get going on this, Reverb are sponsoring this video. They're not telling me what to say, they just want me to show you a walkthrough of what Reverb looks like, how to use it, and of course, as always, thoughts of my own. So the little disclaimer with this is when I boot this up now, it is on reverb.com/UK. So if you're in the US, it'll just be reverb.com. Now, I didn't know this, but if you go to the About page, Reverb was actually set up in 2013 by David Colt, who was a former recording engineer who bought a guitar store in Chicago and became frustrated with the way people buy and sell guitars online. He said the sites were expensive, they were cumbersome, and they weren't tailored to the music industry. From 2013 to 2025, Reverb is the biggest online marketplace dedicated for buying and selling used gear. So straight away, when you boot up the first page, the most watched music gear is here. We've got recently sold in the UK because it's for the UK. My recent searches, yes, I've been looking at loop stuff. And then you've got things like top stories, just listed, browse by category, and then you can download the Reverb app. So without logging in at all, let's just search for something. So we're going to search for, and you can see my previous searches here, but I'm going to do it again, Boss RC 500. So if you're in the market for buying a looper, you can see right away people are selling them. So the great thing is it'll tell you whether it's got a couple of different things. First of all, where it is. So you can see this one's in the UK. You can see if you scroll down, there's probably a couple of others that are not in the UK. There's one in the US, there's one in the Netherlands, there's one in Belgium, one in Canada, one in Japan. And the great thing is you can heart them just like you can on any other site, but you've also got whether it's recently added or whether he thinks it's a great value. So if I was to dive into this one right here, it tells me more about it. I can buy it now, add it to the basket, watch it, and then you've got personal photographs and more about the listing. By the way, that's a good price if you want to go and get it. And that's pretty much the same with everything, but you can see right at the top of the page for the people in the UK, lower fees, better tools. So for example, there is 0 processing fees, and then it's just a flat fee of 5%. They've got an improved pricing guide and low-cost postage labels. And again, you've got the Reverb app on the phone, which works on both iOS and Android. One thing I like is the way things are categorized, because if you go onto somewhere like eBay, it categorizes everything under musical instruments, and that's it. First one, guitars. You've got electric guitars, bass guitars, acoustic guitars, parts and accessories, and then you've got popular products, so things like Fender, Gibson, Epiphone, Fender and Gibson again, but then curated by Reverb, deals and steals, price drops, player grade vintage guitars. So Reverb are working behind the scenes curating these different sort of playlists of items, as it were. But let's go into pedals and amplifiers. So we can go into, there you go, loop pedals and samplers. So if I give that a click, it's going to reload, and we've got popular loop pedals and samplers, used, new, deals and steals. Oh, I've just found an Akai Headrush E2. That was my very first loop pedal. There's a couple actually, £82. There's one here for £69. And you've got price drops, which I'll go into in a minute. And the list goes on and on. So if you go to keyboard and synths, recording gear, drums, DJ and audio gear, and more categories, right from sitars right through to trumpets, and even software as well. You've also got brands. So if you click on brands, this is the top brands for each section, as it were. So if I go to Korg, it's going to show me all the Korg stuff. So everything to do with Korg, and then I can whittle it down from there. You can even save anything. So you can save an item. So if I wanted to save the Mini Korg 700 here, or if I wanted to save the brand, I could do that as well. But we've got a link in the description box to go and sign up with Reverb. And once you're signed up, you can log in. So once you're signed in, you can actually see my recently viewed stuff. So I was looking at a couple of different things. And yes, I was looking at a £3,600 overdrive pedal. Don't ask. But even before you sign in, you'll see the option for sell your gear. Once you've signed in and you click sell your gear, you can jumpstart by just putting in what it is. So let's do a hypothetical. and we're going to use the RC500. So if I just type in RC500, it's found it already. So is it the PreSonus 500 channel strip? No, it's the Boss RC500 loop station. So if we give that a click, you've then got these 5 steps to get it sold. Now, you can just use this as a base if you want to. You can click edit, and we can edit the information on there. Or what I'd highly recommend do is go to here, which is called guided view. And you've got guided view, best for new sellers, presents the experience in multiple steps as it's got here, or you've got advanced view. So you've got upload your gear. You can upload up to 25 photographs of the equipment you're selling. So you've got the primary, every angle, details, in use, scale and size, and imperfections as well. Then you've got the condition of the sale, so you could say it's brand new, or it's excellent, or it's not functioning. If you're selling something like that, you've even got the SKU, so you can uniquely identify it. One that I really like is you can embed a YouTube video, so you could actually have a YouTube video of you performing with the gear, or maybe you explaining the gear, which is really cool. Then you've got the listing price, so you can obviously put the listing price in, of course. So if I said it was like 190, I'm going to put it as, then there's a selling fee of 5%, which is £9.50. And then you can also put what you paid for the item. Now, this is just for you to track your items. So you can say what you paid. It's not shown publicly. It's just for you to track it. One of the cool things that Reverb does is it can do an automatic price drop. So if it hasn't sold within 2 weeks, you can actually price drop it down. So if I click drop the price in 2 weeks, it says we'll only drop the price if the item hasn't sold. Watchers are notified about the price drop of 10% or more. So it's dropped it down by 10% price drop, but you can change this if you wanted to. So if I really wanted a quick sale, I could say, right, I'm going to do it for 150. It's a 21% price drop from 190, and then allow buyers to make offers, so they could maybe drop an offer in. Then we've got the delivery. How is the person going to get the item? We've got delivery and local pickup. Obviously, delivery is faster, but then, of course, how are you going to handle that? Are you going to offer a free delivery? Are you going to charge for delivery? That's up to you. Now, once all 4 of these are put in, I'm not actually selling my RC500, but once all those are put in, you can click save and continue, and then it's listed. Once you list your items, you've got your menu at the top here, and you can see sell your gear, my shop. So then you have a shop of all the stuff you're selling. You can edit your shop and you can promote your shop. So if you want to send someone the link, you can actually send them someone the link directly to your shop if you want to, which is really, really cool. Just to give you an insight on this, if you go up here to artist shops, you can build your own shop. So people here have got loads of different things. So you've got 14 listings here, 42 listings here. You can scroll through and see what people have got on their listings. So let's just click this one. Let's click Juan's, and you can see his shop. You can see all the pedals. It clearly shows what they're selling, and you can even send them a message. Now, if you're in the other market of you want to buy something, maybe you're looking at something for yourself, maybe you're looking at something for Christmas, maybe you're looking for presents for other musicians, Reverb is a great way of getting something without paying the brand new price. As I say, there's a link to sign up to Reverb in the description box below. And if you are looking for a new loop pedal on Reverb, then the other thing you might want to do is learn how to use it. I've got loads of different courses that are on my website on johnpaulmusic.co.uk, but they're now also right here on YouTube, and you can access them by going to my membership. The top tier, which is called Loop Academy, gives you access to all of my courses, including how to use the RC500, the RC600, and the new Sheeran Looper X. And if you want to learn how to loop, I've got my course called How to Loop Like a Pro, which is a beginner's course, which you can get on the Loop Academy, and also the tier below that as well. Have a look at the membership, click join or subscribe plus wherever you are in the world, and come and join the Loop Academy to get access to the courses, but we're also doing live Q&As, shout-outs, PDFs, and so much more. Now, the video that's just come up on screen is YouTube telling you what you should watch next. I don't know what it is. What is it? Go click it. Go find out. It's a mystery. Jazz hands much.